In this video, I'm going to talk about voiced and voiceless consonants. Voiced consonants are consonants that you use your voice to say. So for example, if you say the letter V, then you can feel your throat vibrating when you say it. Try it. Say V, and then put your hand on your throat and you'll feel the vibration. V. And then what if while you're saying V, you take your voice away? You get f. F is voiceless, and it's the voiceless pair with v. They're the same sound, but one uses the voice and one doesn't. How about another one? Let's try sh. Is it voiced or voiceless? Sh. You're not using your voice for it. And now what if while you're saying sh, you add your voice to it? Sh. So sh and j are a voiced, voiceless pair. So now we've started a table with voiced and voiceless pairs. Some letters only have one or the other. So like if you think of M, is M voiced or voiceless? It uses your voice. And what if you get rid of it? You can't really hear it. So there's no pair to M. But a lot of these have pairs with them. So let's try to pair these up. First, let's just take one by chance. Let's look at k. K. Is it voiced or voiceless? K, k. Say it with your hand on your throat. K, k. It's voiceless, right? So we'll put it in the voiceless group. And then what if you add your voice to it? K, 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 g, 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 g. We get g. Da. So now we've eliminated k and g. Let's take another one. How about z? Voiced, voiceless. You can put your hand on your throat if you're not sure. Z. It is voiced. Z. What if you then take your voice away? Z. S. A pair. So z and s. How about p? Voiceless, right? So p. Where's its pair? B. So p and b. And now we're left with d and t. Which one is voiced? Which one's voiceless? D. Well, and so why is this important? It's important because sometimes in pronunciation they change from one to the other. Let's take a look at this word, город, which means city. D that's at the end of the word, is it voiced or voiceless? Город. In theory, it should be voiced. However, when there's a voiced consonant at the end of the word, it will change to voiceless. So instead of город, we say город. And it sounds more like t. So it changes to its voiceless counterpart. Let's try another one. This word means garage. And look at the last letter, j. It should be voiced, right? But since it's a voiced at the end of the word, it will change to voiceless. And so we'll say j more like sh, garage. This can also happen in the middle of the word where we have what we call a consonant cluster. See here where there are two consonants together? That's a consonant cluster. And so what happens here? Let's look at our two consonants there. D, voiced, right? K, unvoiced. So what happens is the last one always determines the whole group. So k being unvoiced will influence the d to start sounding more like a t. So instead of vodka, we say vodka. Let's try another one. Here's another consonant cluster, t and b. T, voiced or unvoiced? It's unvoiced. B is what? It's voiced. So b being the second one, it will come back and influence this one, making it voiced, which will make it sound more like its counterpart d. Basketball. Sometimes we can even see this happen across words, especially with prepositions. Prepositions are pronounced as if they're part of the next word. So let's take a look at these two that are together in a cluster. We have v, which is voiced, and then f, which is devoiced. So the second one here, f, will influence this one, making it sound more like a f, and so it'll just sound sort of like a long Finlandi. Try this one. How about this cluster here? V, of course, voiced, but t is devoiced or unvoiced. So it will come back and influence this to have it more like f, ftarunta. Try this one. Which letter is going to be affected? Here we have g at the end of the word, which is voiced. Since it's at the end of the word, it will start to sound more like k, Peterburg. Try this one. Where do you see a consonant cluster? It's a little tricky because the myakiznak's in the middle here, but it's still considered a consonant cluster. So figure out, how is this going to be affected by the rules? Here we have te, which is devoiced. The soft sign doesn't really do anything. D is voiced, so d will affect the t, making it sound more, again, like a d. 60. How about this one? Word for skirt. We have consonant cluster here in the middle. We have b, voiced, and k, unvoiced. So k will affect b and make it become like yupka. How about this one? Here we have z at the end of the sentence. It's voiced. So since it's the end of the sentence, it will sound more like its unvoiced counterpart, which is s, jas.